Pretty girl. Isn't she perfect? Don't you just love her? This is Pretty Girl. She is my bestest baby. I've had her for almost 10 years now. It's been a while, but she's pretty perfect. I love her. She's gonna help us produce and make this video today. Oh, it's soothing. Good morning. How are you? We are just coming off of a holiday week. We just got out of Thanksgiving, in which I did not make a boyfriend speaks video, unfortunately. We'll have one coming up next week, so thank you for tuning in if you really enjoy those. I think they're a lot of fun to make. Today, I have a few works in progress to share with you. I don't have any finished items because it was Thanksgiving and you can't finish anything during a holiday. But let's get into it. I was looking for the tag, but I don't know where the tag is. My first work in progress for you is a little hat. This is a hat of my own design. Everything is of my own design because I don't know how to read. This is a little Woodling hat that I've been working on and improvising on. I've already made a pattern for Woodling hats already. I would like to write it out. I guess I made a diagram, not a pattern, but I would like to write it out so that way maybe I can consider putting it on the internet to sell for you guys. But this is my cute little Woodling hat. It's got the most adorable little point to it. You may have seen this before on baby hats that I've made. This Woodling's hat features a twist that goes around 4 times. It features increases in different intervals. Oh, I used to know the word for this. What's the word for it? I'll think of the word for it later. I don't know the word for it right now. This is a cute little Woodling's cap that I designed, that I'm creating. I'm using yarn from a store in Seattle we found in Pike's Place Market called Yarn Dragon. Apparently they are all hand-dyed yarns. This is the worsted weight. I was looking for the tag, but I couldn't find it, but I think it was called like Kygore or something like that. Please correct me if you know. Yarn Dragon, thank you for making such really awesome yarn. I love it. It's just so beautiful. And it's like the perfect Christmassy colors right now. So that is my one work in progress. I think I've got a couple more rows of increases to do, maybe 1 or 2 more rows, and then I'm going to continue this pattern along without increasing and then do a ribbed hem, and then I'll be done. Hats are pretty quick and easy. I like them. I enjoy them. They'd be quicker and easier if I could just make up my damn mind and do it. But no, I've frogged this thing 3 times already because I think frogging is part of the process when you are designing. Oh, I also messed up too because I've got one pattern I'm trying to write here and I saved space behind it to do for the rest of that sweater pattern, but I didn't. So now, without losing my space, there's the pattern I wrote. Gotta love it. I use sticky notes with my charts for following along. I suppose you could also use sticky notes for your written patterns too, because I don't want to cross off lines physically. I just don't want to see them anymore, and sticky notes work pretty well for that. That's my pattern. That's my hat that I'm designing. I hope you enjoy it, and follow me to see if you can learn how to buy this pattern. My simple one, if I make a pattern for it, I definitely want to put it online for free. I have concerns about publishing patterns because I don't know anything about it. And we're all scared of what we don't know, right? One of my fears of publishing patterns is, what if somebody steals my pattern? And I don't have a lawyer for that. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you know how to make and publish patterns, please let me know. I would love to get into that market. And since I self-draft all of my work, I'd love to be able to share it with people. My next work in progress I have for you is my friend's commissioned fisherman's rib sweater. This one is using Anchor Bay yarn. I got the shoulder cap almost complete, and I think I'm almost done with the V neckline she's requested on this left lapel. So now I just need to pick up stitches on the right lapel and do those increases until I can meet in the middle and make a nice little V-neck for her. I know with this fisherman's, it's got a lot of room to stretch and grow, but I know blocking doesn't do a whole lot to it because it's pretty true to size, which is super cool. Then I know what I'm getting into. My fear is that I'm making it too small, but she is a smaller person than I am, so it's going quickly, and I'm not making it too small. I'm not gonna start doubting myself. One really interesting thing about this yarn, this is a 50-50 merino wool and cotton yarn. It uses like 8 strands all like twisted together, and those strands make this yarn quite splitty. When you're trying to knit, sometimes you split the yarn, and then you don't realize it until it's a couple stitches later. I also learned with fisherman's ribs, if you have to frog it, it is an ordeal. It is a process. I don't love it. So I'm trying so hard to not have to frog this project. Or if you drop a stitch, you don't just drop one, you end up dropping 2. And then you have to figure out how to pick them back up again. And I just don't know. I think I should drink out of this side. My friend gave me this mug a few years ago. I love it. Such a good mug. I learned that I should not knit this while my partner is driving. And if I am knitting while he's driving, I need to make sure I'm not doing anything while he's hitting potholes or bumps or bridges, because that's when I drop the stitches, is when you get a sudden like jolt, right? But I've got that lapel done. This sweater will be a modified drop shoulder sweater. It's kind of got a little bit of a Euro back on the back of it to give it some shape. Once I join into the round under the underarms, then I will begin decreasing for the body to give it just a little bit of a more fitted, more tapered look. And then the bottom will be just a 1x1 ribbed hem. She requests at this point that the sleeves will also be a 1x1 rib. Super easy, super chill. She likes how warm the fisherman's and how squishy the fisherman's rib is, but she doesn't want that warm and squishy for her arms as well. So we will see when this is completed. I'm giving her the freedom during this commission project to, you know, let me know what you think. Let me know as we go along. We can change things. That's the beauty of knitting, is you can make it what you want it to be. So that is my friend's fisherman's rib sweater that I'm working on. Right now it's not a sweater yet, but that's okay. My final work in progress I have for you is my Belgium sweater. It's not a sweater right now, it's a t-shirt right now, but it will be a sweater. It finally got off the blocking mats. You might remember from last time when it was on the blocking mat, or it wasn't a blocking mat, it was a blocking towel. But you remember last time when it was on the blocking towel, it was all stretched out, now it's all nice and dry. I learned when blocking my things, I bought a little fan. Mostly I bought the fan to keep the plant air circulating because I have a plant and it gets rust fungus on it. So I put a fan on it to keep the air blowing and moving to hopefully keep the fungus like from building from moisture. This isn't a plant video. It's alive and that's what I care about. Anyway, I have a little fan. And while I was blocking, I put the fan on this so that way I could block it just a little bit faster, and then hopefully my room wouldn't smell like sheep. This is using, I'll pop it up here, Fonty Ombelle. It's like a mohair yarn I got from Belgium. That's why I call it my Belgium sweater. Since the body is complete and blocked, I also created these little scallops on the edges. I don't like them. I don't like them. I think I'm gonna frog them. but I think I'm gonna frog them at the end when I'm done because I don't want to deal with it now. Also, I want to make sure I have enough yarn to create a proper hem. I love this 1x1 ribbed collar. So I think I'm just gonna do the 1x1 ribbed collar on the hem. I wanted to like it. That's why I tried it. I wanted to like it. I don't like it. It just looks a little childish to me. It looks a little infantile. And I know that's part of the fun of knitting is to, you know, try and experiment with things. And I did try. I did experiment. I learned I don't like it. And that's okay. I'm allowed to not like it. However, if I ever make this for a little baby or a little child, wonderful, perfect, love it on the children. Don't love it on myself. But that is my Belgium sweater. The length of this is pretty good. It's meeting me at a really good length. I think I'm gonna make the sleeves maybe half an inch longer, maybe an inch or half an inch longer than the sweater. So now I have to math out and figure out how many rows of color block does each sleeve get. I'm imagining just like 1 or 2 more rows, like 1 more row of color. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 more rows, and 8 rows is a solid inch. That's a little bit more than an inch. And 4 rows is not quite long enough. So I think I'll do 2 more rows of color blocking on each sleeve, and then that'll give us enough sleeve. If I still need it longer, I'll just do a longer hem. But I'm loving this. It is so soft. I fear after putting this on and wearing it that I'm one of those cursed people where mohair feels really good in the hands, but it doesn't feel that great on the skin. It is a little pokey, it's a little bit itchy, so I think I'm gonna have to get a camisole to wear under this. I don't want to have to buy a camisole, but I'll have to get something to wear under this so that it's not like itching me. And it's literally called mohair, but it feels like I'm wearing a sweater made of hair. It literally is. And it's doing what it feels like, or it's doing what its namesake says. But I still love it. I love it very, very much. Next, I'm going to be venturing into the world of Surrey alpaca and seeing how that Surrey feels on my skin instead. I've got some upstairs. I plan on making a pumpkin spice cardigan out of it. We will see. Those were my works in progress. Starting in order, I have my Woodling's cap. I also have my Friends Fisherman commission and my Belgium sweater. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I really enjoyed this bi-weekly roundup of my works in progress. I hope you're enjoying my bi-weekly progress report. But yeah, thanks for joining me. It's really good to see you guys again, and I'll see you in another 2 weeks. Goodbye.